So, of course, the French government being shits, and especially the French people, and because of
Yeah,
French history.
yeah, with everything, we riot when we have issues fighting, you know.
All right.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and talk
Anyways,
about
yeah,
Dawkins real quick.
Dawkins.
Well, it's kind of related because in the
So
conversation at the end,
Richard, actually, eugenics work. Dawkins.
yes,
It wasn't apropos of nothing. He didn't just randomly decide to say, "Hey, eugenics actually works." It was because a
Yes,
British
he did actually.
it was because a British staffer got fired from he resigned from Number 10 Downing when it turned out that he had a long history of promoting racism and eugenics.
Oh,
So it was in response to that Dawkins said, "But eugenics would work, though."
And can we just push Dawkins into a big hole?
Yes,
He goes in the hole.
Especially since no, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Selective breeding works.
Mhm.
Eugenics isn't selective breeding. It's a special type of selective breeding.
Let's be honest. It's just
ideology.
genocide.
Yeah, it's selective breeding with ideology behind it. An ideology that was created by the fucking Nazis.
Mhm.
Stop. It doesn't. And on top of being immoral, it doesn't work. The Nazis tried to eliminate schizophrenia. They killed hundreds of thousands of mentally ill people. And by the 1975, all the numbers came back as the same as it was pre-war. It doesn't work. We are not dogs. And
yes,
even if we were, I mean, it's not mental traits that you breed in animals and plants. It's physical ones. I mean, if you
Well,
want to
that's
breed
what
a
he was going
human with
for.
super long legs, it's possible. Yeah, it works. But that's not what eugenics are.
No, eugenics wants to get rid of the Jews.
Eugenics wants to better the human race. So you have to go into what makes the human race better. Yeah, Rebecca Watson's video is
She
perfect.
did an excellent job taking it apart, yes.
Yeah, that's the eugenics. There's ideology in it. It's not just merely selective breeding. So Dawkins is full of shit, and he's a biologist, so I'm pretty sure he knows it's not the same thing. So
yeah, well,
what
let's
was
not
his
forget that
actual
Dawkins was
point?
born and raised on a plantation in Imperial Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, this is what kind of person we're talking about.
That doesn't mean a biologist should be allowed to confuse eugenics and selective breeding.
No, I'm saying that I'm saying that he's incredibly privileged and probably just racist as fuck.
Yes, that's. I mean, we know he's misogynistic as fuck. So usually they go hand in hand. Let's not, and he's probably ableist as fuck too, because usually, misogynistic means transphobic, means racist, means ableist. That's
calling out Naga, you had a good a comment. Plot twist: famous atheist supports intelligent design.
Basically.
Yeah, David, are you a shrink? Because if not, you can't diagnose those. That's
we can diagnose him as an asshole.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not a medical condition.
But megalomaniac, narcissism, those are mental illnesses. It's not just being an asshole. And really, we shouldn't conflate
diagnose
those two.
people.
Yeah, there's either a lot of abuse survivor and abuse victim forms that label like abusers as narcissistic, which and they talk about narcissistic abuse, and I can't, and I'm in groups like that because they're good for getting support, but like I don't really know how much I can't get behind the idea of just labeling every person who does a specific type of abuse as a narcissist, like unless they've actually been diagnosed with that. Which
What,
is
John Burns? Is it something you heard someone say? Only ableists have good dental care. What?
What?
Yeah,
I
and
wonder-
Ricky Gervais is a transphobic piece of shit, so there's that.
Yes.
Ricky Gervais is a piece of shit all around.
On top of being lazy and outdated.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
the thing.
where did you hear that, John Burns? I'm really curious. Or are you just paraphrasing?
Something. So, speaking of Ricky Gervais, something that I don't really get about all the like anti-PC comedians is like why they spend so much time complaining about PC culture rather than just actually trying to be funny.
Because being funny is hard, and they're not good at it.
Yeah, you're right, Nautica. You're right.
Well, obviously, but you know, as they say, sucking at something is the first step to becoming sort of good at something.
Yeah, but they're white. They don't have to be good at things.
Well, they are diagnoses. You don't know if what's his name? Dawkins is narcissistic.
Dawkins is an idiot.
Maybe,
we know that, but I mean,
maybe it's
proves
just
that you
an
could be
asshole.
you could be a smart person and still be an idiot. Yeah.
Why did you time out John Burns?
That was
John.
Comrade Nautica.
It was Comrade Nautica at the time, not John Burns, because John Burns followed up saying, "If you don't brush your teeth, how can you have good dental care?" Referring to the comment about like only ables have the good dental care. #losers. So yeah.
What?
Why can't we just attack? Why can't we just attack ableists for being ableists? Because like.
That's a lot of work.
I mean, sometimes you don't have the spoons to brush your teeth. So
I mean, like, isn't ableist being ableist bad enough?
Yes,
Like,
it is.
that being said, in my country, for example, even if you don't brush your teeth, you have access to dental care. So there's that. You know, that very, very communist country of mine, France.
It's in Europe, so it's probably communist.
With a banker as a president, you know, so communist.
I hope y'all are planning to eat him eventually. Like,
it's France. They have the guillotines, and Macron thinks of himself as the Sun King.
Oh, you mean David as a Narcissus in the
Narcissus.
myth?
Oh, not in the Greek sense.
So it's not narcissistic in that sense. It's like Narcissus. Yeah, I blame Freud too, but I mean, it's useless to blame him. Those terms have become
they're part of the art.
Whether we like it or not, they have become psychiatric and psychology terms. Just stop using them. It's easy not to use them. Find asshole works, honestly.
Self-absorbed, self-obsessed.
Self-absorbed asshole works perfectly.
Him and Meta, in the discussion on The Friendly Atheist, pointed out how well written Dawkins' books are, where he makes a strong statement, but then he'll go in and defend the hardest position to defend, and he puts it really, really well. And never does that outside of his books. Which makes me wonder how much of his books were written by his wife.
Yeah.
You must have a ghostwriter.
Or, I mean, as someone who has way more of an easy time writing than talking, I mean, that can be explained by when you take time
Mhm.
to think about stuff and write it down, you are less full of shit than when you blabber every fucking thought that comes to your mind on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the problem with Dawkins is the same problem that, like with Trump. I mean, they can have the ideas they have all they want. The problem is they share them. Just shut up. No one wants to know that you're a piece of shit. Yeah, his biology stuff is nice, though. That's why I say that. That's why I deplore that a biologist is acting like
He has the right to say
eugenics
anything.
yeah, but mostly bullshit
Yeah.
in his field. I mean, the fact that he's a misogynistic racist fuck, it's not, it's his personality, but as a biologist, he should know better about his field, is what I say. And I
Mhm.
think he knows, and that's why I wonder what was his point. He knows eugenics is not the same thing as selective breeding. He knows. So why did he choose willfully to act like they're the same on Twitter? There's ideology behind that, and that's disgusting ideology. The guy is straight up promoting
Which is why I like to
eugenics.
point out he was born and raised on a plantation.
Mm-hmm.
He is a child of wealth.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.